Jo, es läuft. Willkommen zu einer neuen Episode. Grout Failed hat Senuas Hellblade Senuas Sacrifice.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Delia? Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree. What's he trying to tell you? He's waiting for you by the tree.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Okay.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hole. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire.
Oh man.
Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Mal kurz hier gucken, ob noch irgendwas ist. Diese Geschichte. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob das wirklich zum Teil echte nordische Geschichten sind. Also es wird mich nicht wundern. Ja.
Imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands, where you will face the trials.
Go to the shard. Go to the shard. Go to the shard. What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you. Find it. The metal the runes. You need that sword. Go to the shard. Find the shards.
Die Dinger, oder?
As Sigmund
Nee.
and Sinfjotli are being
nicht.
buried
Na.
alive, Sigmund's
Da,
sister
genau.
throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way up.
Find it. There it is. Focus. There's the shard. Focus. Focus. Use your eyes. Look. Get closer. What can you see? Go to it.
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
Oh.
Feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Feel the dead in the air. You can feel the dead. Why do we do this? Turn back. Why would he bring her here? It's not something. Why would he do something so dangerous?
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Hervor, the daughter of a berserker born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Yeah. Ich bin gerade, Entschuldigung, dass ich so leise bin und warum entschuldige ich mich überhaupt, aber ich finde es einfach super spannend momentan. Ich bin gerade total drin. Also auch in der letzten Episode, das war einfach nur wow. Also es hat mich ein bisschen umgehauen. Einfach so schön gemacht gewesen und die ganze Geschichte um Dylan und Senuas Vergangenheit.
Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch. It's
Oh.
too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Who's there? Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
Oh Mann. Oh.
There he is. There he is. Dillian.
There he is.
Finally.
You found him. What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me?
How did you let him go? Let him.
Just wait there. I'll find you.
How could you? Find him. You have to find him. This is your mission. Find him. You have to use everything you have and find Find him, get him back. He was just there. How could you lose him? How could she lose him? How could she
Ah.
find him?
Es ist gerade echt ein bisschen gruselig, ey. Ich habe irgendwie so das Gefühl, da kommt bald ein Jumpscare. Das wird sich halt irgendwie anbieten. Ich warte schon die ganze Zeit drauf.
I'll find him.
Don't touch the walls. You don't know what they might do.
Turn back.
She has to keep going.
It's not safe here.
She has to keep going.
If you go down there, no one can save you.
It's too scary.
Versucht der Stimme zu folgen.
I can hear him.
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
The voice is getting louder. Listen.
Dillian. Listen, listen, listen. It's him. Listen.
It's getting louder.
There he is.
You're getting closer.
Keep going.
Senua, follow the voice.
You're nearly there.
Dillian's voice.
It's him. He's going to
So fies.
Find the voice.
find him.
Lang.
It's not him.
It's not him.
We told you. We told you it was a trick.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian.
What's happening?
Quiet.
It's not him.
He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him.
That's not Dillian.
That doesn't sound like Dillian.
It sounds.
What's in there?
What is it?
A secret room.
Rose. How do you get in?
That voice. It's not Dillian.
Find a way. There has to be a way.
Find a way.
There's always a way.
Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way.
You're too close to stop.
What's in there?
Wow. Gruselig. Will da nicht hin. Wow. Wieso vibriert mein Pad so hart? Also mein Controller. Das gefällt mir ganz und gar nicht.
Dillian wants me to face my fears. Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chief had some.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No!
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senuas.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Okay.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours.
Transit-Test.
What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before. You could be fooled again. You're being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
Mal sehen, sagen. Wir kümmern uns jetzt mal um die nächste Prüfung.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Aha, okay. Was ist das denn?
The bridge. You've come this far, but the bridge is broken. There's no way you can fix it. What do you do now, Sam? Face. A mask. What is it? What does it see? Get closer. Be careful. It's not. Where are we?
Oh,
It's the same. It's
alles
It's
okay.
nicer. It's nicer. I like it here. Can we stay?
Huh.
Let's stay. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
Das ist wirklich schön hier.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Baldur. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Baldur dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Baldur's mother makes
diese Stimmen!
in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness. Swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Wir Loki treffen.
Open the gate. She can't. Open the gate. It's locked. Try harder. She can't. The gate. She can't. She can't. She will. She'll find a way. She can't. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe. Dillion. There he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go through it. Dillion, don't lose him. Way too many times. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark. The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillion taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of color stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
He was the only one that really loved her. He did love her. Do you remember what love feels like?
Geschichte.
Dillion. Do you remember? Do you remember the sound of his voice?
Geschichte wird immer trauriger.
You can't go up there. You can't go up. Not in this world.
Ew.
Not in this world. You can't.
Ja.
He was the only one that didn't mind the curse. He loved her so much. Do you even remember? His love is guiding you.
Ah. No.
Senua, you've got it. Why isn't he here? He's gone. He's in the dark world. He's gone to the dark world. You're in the wrong world.
Ah, danke.
Other world. The dark world. Without you.
gut das mit dieser Psychose gemacht ist. Oh, wie fies.
Look what happens to the things
There
here.
he is. Where are you taking
He's
us?
up there. He's up there. How do you get up there? There's a way. There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do this. You're nearly there. She can find the way.
Feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and
Has
axe.
claimed Dillion.
But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe? I did not ask the mistletoe, Balder's mother confesses. I thought it was too young. Oh dear.
You kill the things that are most precious to you.
Ist schön, die Stimme in meinem Kopf mir die Schuld für alles geben. Dylan, nein.
The curse is strangling you just like it strangled
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillion. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior.
Doesn't know who killed him, but we do.
Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillion, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
She should have listened to her father. Why didn't she listen to her father? She thought she could defy her father.
Boah.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
You had that loved you. You squashed it, you strangled it, flattened it. The curse cannot be undone.
Ich bin noch nicht ganz auf der Höhe, was die Story jetzt so bisher betrifft. Hat sie denn umgebracht, jetzt wo ich die Stimmen gehört habe?
You killed him. You couldn't see the darkness within you. You have no time for this. Speed up. These traps mean nothing. It's all part of their game. They've set you trials to distract you. They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall. What if these trials mean nothing? It's laughing at you. You were guilty. If they take you no closer to Dillion, was it worth
Ja, da haben wir es doch. Also muss ich den Schatten. Da muss ich den Schatten davon finden. Ich musste nur aber eben kurz so leicht durchsichtig. Yo, praise the sun, sag ja. Aber
Do you think she remembers him?
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has...
oh. Ah, ups. Okay, nochmal so rum. Genau.
Nobody will love her now. Can you remember what love feels like? She destroys the thing she loves. Do you remember meeting him beneath the tree? What if this is pointless? What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work? You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere. Everywhere? But what if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense? They're a trick. The gods were lying. If you think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing with you. It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense in the real world. The gods have made, but it doesn't mean anything. You can't read this language. You don't understand. Sinbel was right. You're wasting time. You're cursed. You'll never succeed. Slow, quicker.
Oh, sind die fies, Mann, ey. Okay.
everything,
He saw
except for a giantess they found in the cave.
He saw the warrior.
Balder was never my friend, she said. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in
The
disguise.
smell of his neck.
Es fehlt nur noch eine Rune. Schauen wir uns noch mal kurz hier um.
He
Dieser
didn't believe
Welt.
that she was cursed. He saved you when everyone else turned their backs. He's the reason she keeps fighting.
Alles klar.
What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying minute by minute by minute? What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she... They mean nothing.
Boah.
She thought she had light within her. She is pure. The gods are jealous. What if the gods are laughing at her? Messing with her? It wouldn't be the first time. Everything gets broken in the end. You killed him with
Holen wir
your
uns
love
mal
because he
Dylan.
believed in you.
Zurück, beziehungsweise. Ah.
Dillian!
Dillian never much cared for the underworld and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
That's it. Quicker. It's not safe. You're going to fall. Careful. No, she's not. She's not going to fall. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you paid for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you. They're taking you from the inside. You're disappearing one memory at a time. Every time you remember, it disappears. They're going to take everything. They're not yours anymore. They're going to take everything you have. The memories of